Next match we have here is the Vince McMahon three-way match, the meat slap and meat match for the AEW TNT Championship, which is basically Powerhouse Hobbs versus Wardlow versus Samoa Joe. Because by now, what was it? Wardlow Joe broke up. Samoa Joe betrayed Wardlow, so they're gonna fight each other. But Powerhouse Hobbs wants to beat both of them up, so now it's a big old match. So yeah, what can I say? It's a Vince McMahon match. Three big guys there just beating the crap out of each other and throwing each other around and just beating the shit out of each other, doing all these big slams and stuff here and there. And yeah, a lot of fun match there. I don't remember any particular crazy spots, to be honest, but in the end, Samoa Joe won. And it's pretty cool because he was already the Ring of Honor TV champion, so now he's like double belts. Now he's the AEW TNT champ and the Ring of Honor TV champ. So that's pretty badass. He's got both of them titles now. We'll see what happens. The funny thing though is when Samoa Joe left the ring though, Wardlow and Powerhouse Hobbs gave themselves kind of like that look at each other, like what the fuck kind of thing. But like I don't know if they're gonna possibly team up to go after Joe or something, but it's kind of weird. Like they didn't give that look that they're gonna keep on attacking each other. We'll see what happens there. But pretty cool match, guys. Wendy, what do you think of this match? I believe this was the Women of Culture match.
And I'm just trying to remember what happened. Like I said, my friend, she thought she was a lady of culture for this particular match. We were just texting back and forth. But anyway, now all that aside, finishing up the match, but I don't remember much about the match itself.
Yeah, this was definitely one of Vince McMahon's dream matches. Just a bunch of big men slapping meat. Just as they
No, you gotta say it right. Three big sweaty men slapping meat. You have to get it right.
I forgot. Okay. Thank you for correcting me.
Big sweaty men.
Big sweaty men slapping meat. They beat the hell out of each other. But yeah, that was kind of weird that that look between Wardlow and Powerhouse Hobbs. I'm thinking that there's probably going to be a part 2 to this match. And it's going to be an ugly team up just for a few minutes where it's going to be Hobbs and Wardlow. Like, all in all, it was a decent match. Just a bunch of big men slapping the hell out of each other. Traditional wrestling kaiju fight that Vince McMahon would fawn over. That's all I can say. It was a pretty good match.
Yeah, like I said, that's all I can remember myself, really.
I remember mostly you were telling your cousin it was a Vince McMahon match, and you had to like explain to her like what that meant.
Oh no, that's my friend.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we were explaining to her about the whole Vince McMahon, and I was like, "You do remember Vince McMahon?" She said, "Oh yeah, I remember him. Because she's like, DX generation. She used to watch all that. So she was around during the '90s and 2000s and stuff. So yeah, she liked Hobbs.
I forgot how it went. Was it that Wardlow and Powerhouse they don't get along that well? Right?
All three of them don't get along.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so yeah, I can see that scenario of Wardlow and Powerhouse Hobbs trying to beat up Samoa Joe, But that's all I gotta say.
But anyways, what I'm trying to say here is everyone went for Hobbs. Panda was the only one that went for Joe. So Joe gets that extra point. But like I said, I really hope all this sounds okay. I kind of wish it was a thing where regardless of how it looks, it would just, play good in the playback or whatever. But it's going to be a lot of freezing up and skip sentences and stuff like that. So just bear with us, people.
Well, every time you freeze, I usually unpause you.
I know. But as I'm saying, I wish it was in a way where, like, at least in the playback, it wouldn't freeze for anyone. But, yeah. I'm afraid to look at the playback on this one. So anyways, next match we have here is, with these guys. Sting and Darby Allin going up against Jeff Jarrett. Everyone missed Double J. And Jay Lethal with Sanjay Dutt and Satnam Sin in the background. No disqualification tag team match. And the thing I remember the most is that they had a body bag planted there, so they went to go check it out because they thought that was going to be their Sting or Darby. But then Darby just showed up and started beating the crap out of them, and Sting was already in the ring with the famous, lights out, lights in thing. Good back and forth here and there. I remember there was a part where what's his name? The big guy. Geez, I just said his name a moment ago. Sonya Dutt just came in there and picked up one of them and just slammed their asses down and got out of the ring and everything. And that's the thing about that guy. He's just like extra hired muscle, right? Like, I don't think he's ever had like a legit match ever, unless maybe he has a squash match on Dark or something. But he seems to be just their extra muscle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Sunday Singh, because Sanjay Dutt is actually kind of a smaller guy.
Oh,
like,
okay, the other guy. Yeah, I don't know which is which, but the giant guy. But yeah, it was a decent fight. It was pretty good. Double J did a good job. Sting did a good job. They showed that they could still go without getting gassed and everything. And hey, pretty good match. Pretty good match. And in the end, Sting and Darby won the match. That's why I'm wearing the Darby Allin shirt for today's episode, because I don't have a shirt of like Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter yet, but or even Saraya. I don't know. Saraya's shirts don't really impress me so much. I'm waiting for one that maybe has actually her on it or something, posing or whatever. But But anyways, yeah. So pretty good match. What do you guys think? Now that we're taking advantage, the internet is actually working.
Sting and Darby, man. Wow, man. That's all I got to say. That they won the match, and I wasn't expecting that. But it was a pretty good match, but I would like to hear everyone else's opinion on this one.
To be brutally honest with you, I'm honestly thinking that Sting's blood type must be Red Bull, because, for him to be at his age and to still be able to go like that, worse yet, stay step to step with his tag partner, Darby Allin, and facing off against Jeff Jarrett, who he's known for years. Like, it's just amazing that he could still go at his age the way he is. I gotta give much props to him. But overall, it was still a good match. I got a feeling that it's gonna turn, unfortunately, into TNA, because it's looking like they're gonna try to start up a feud between Jarrett and Sting, which we know how that went back in the day. We don't need to see it again. Take Jarrett, put him against somebody else, let them go elsewhere. But otherwise, it was still a really good match. I was actually surprised.
Yeah, I enjoyed this match. I don't remember too much about the match by now, but one thing I did like about this match is that Darby Allin looked like he really stepped up his game. I don't think he didn't really got beat up like that bad or anything like that. Like, he really, I don't know, in my opinion, he almost looked like he kind of put in better, more athletic, more faster, more powerful. That's the Darby Allin we need to see. And hopefully it keeps going in that direction. And of course, Sting, Sting is Sting, and he's amazing, and he's wonderful, and he's extremely talented, and it's like form and everything. So he's very impressive. I mean, to still be able to keep going, to keep wrestling at his age is pretty impressive. That's all I gotta say. But it's a good match overall.
Thing about the match, the fact that Jeff Jarrett and Sting could still go at it. And then, then we have our Ric Flairs in the world. They really shouldn't, but they keep coming back anyway. But yeah, Jeff Jarrett, Sting, you guys got this. I enjoyed that.
But you notice there's one thing that's constantly going through my mind, and I've been watching it for the past few matches that Sting and Darby have been in a lot lately. When Darby Allin first started, he was the wild daredevil. Sting was a little bit more careful and calculated. Now Sting's starting to take the high risk, and Darby's being a bit more methodical. It's almost like they're trading off on each other.
I hope they bring that up. That'd be kind of cool to kind of go that route.
What was that?
I hope they actually bring that up in commentary sometime. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's almost like they're passing the torch off to each other. Like, Sting's taking more of the high-flying bumps, like, the last pay-per-view when he jumped and landed on that guy through the table. That scared me half to death. But, that was more of a Darby Allin type deal. And meanwhile, Darby Allin's being more methodical. He's actually using somewhat submission moves, actually. And it's, actually starting to work for him. So, yeah, I'm really starting to see that they're kind of like learning from each other and trading places. It's almost like I'm starting to feel like there might be a passing of the torch here between Sting and Allen. Maybe that's why he picked him at the beginning when he first started. But, I'm seeing a good correlation. I want to see what's going to happen ahead for those two.
Mm. Now, I do see here that in this particular case, I guess most of us, because, he's the new guy and all that, Johnny was the only one that went for Darby Allin and Sting. So Johnny gets the point. So there you go. The rest of us went for Jeff Jarrett because we can't stand him, but we kind of figured, hey, he just got brought in, he'll get the win. But no, Darby and Sting still persevered. So the next match here, if I can find my thing here, is one where you want to bring your cousin in for this one, is Toni Storm defending the AEW Women's World title, going up against Jamie Hayter. And we got some news after that near the end. But, yeah, if you can bring your cousin in, Jupes.
Nah, he said no.
Oh, he's lame.
He said no thanks. He's eating some Thanksgiving food. So.
Lame. He's missing his YouTube debut. Like the world demands to see him, But anyways, get rid of that. Okay.
But I don't know the specifics that he really likes, but I think like most of the spots and all that stuff.
The spots. Because when there's Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter, we all love those spots. But anyways, honestly, I don't remember too much of the match by now. It's been a while. I know it was a good back and forth, and Jamie Hayter obviously gave Toni, run for her money and everything. And of course, Toni does that delightful hip attack. And the crowd, I do know the crowd though, they were really going for Jamie. I remember that. So they were really popping like hell for her. Like, no offense to Toni, but this is Jamie time now. Everybody was popping for her. Whenever they did the back and forth, you notice that they were cheering for Jamie and then booing for Toni and cheering for Jamie and booing for Toni. Like, they really wanted her to win. And I was curious, like, are they really going to do this? Are they really going to pull the trigger on her? Because, like, it is usually whatever, you know what I mean? Like if it was WWE, I wouldn't be surprised if Toni would have still won. People would have booed and left the place kind of pissed. But no, they pulled the trigger on Jamie Hayter. And I was surprised. Didn't Toni Storm actually get her with the Storm Zero? And I was kind of like, oh, fuck. But she still got up anyways and got her in the finisher or something like that. Wasn't that near the end?
Yeah, that was pretty much near the end. I thought it was over after that. And then once he jumped out of it, I was like, oh my God, okay, well, this is still going. All right.
Yeah, that was dramatic because usually that was like, and at the end, and Toni retains and all that. But no, like, damn, they pulled the trigger on Jamie. Jamie actually won. She got the title. She's a new champ. And one thing I want to say now, because, I didn't want to spoil it earlier, but during the scrum, they did announce that they were still waiting to see what's going on with Thunder Rosa and all that stuff. But it turns out that Thunder Rosa has officially relinquished the title. I guess she'll come back whenever she comes back because she's still injured or whatever. Or you know how it is. Who knows if she'll come back or not. But whatever. But the thing is, she dropped the title. So as of right now, Jamie Hayter is officially not the interim champion, the official AEW Women's Champion. No more interim. And also, they are retconning, my only kind of retcon that I like, they are retconning Toni Storm that her reign was a legit title reign. It will not be like, oh, she was only the interim. No, it's like a legit title reign that she had. So that's fucking awesome too. So there we go. That's pretty awesome. So anyways, any thoughts, amigos?
Yeah, so my cousin, he just came and he told me what he did really like about the match. He said what he liked was the fact that there were so many close calls. He said you just didn't know who was going to win the match because of the way that it was played up and stuff. And that's what he really did enjoy about it. For me personally, I just thought it was just fun to watch. It was a fun little match to watch. But I was going for Jamie for that one too. I know that much.
Yeah, I totally got to agree with your cousin there. There was a lot of cliffhanger falls on that one. I mean, to the point it was like 1, 2, oh crap, 1, 2. It was just, constantly, you did not know who was going to win this one. And I'm glad that they finally made a official champ and that Jamie Hayter is the official women's champ. There's no more interims, no more stupid tournaments, no more anything. Everything was official all the way down the line. I'm sorry for Thunder Rosa. If she ever manages to watch this, I hope she gets well soon from whatever injury she has. But, Jamie, congrats to Jamie Hayter. She's the official champion. And this brings me to what I was referring to earlier. Now, you remember, Wendy, you asked about the whole Britt Baker incident. I got a feeling that this is going to bring up a future story as to where, okay, now Jamie Hayter's the women's champ. Britt Baker isn't, and she's going to get pissed at Jamie, and that's going to cause like a bit of a breakup. And now she's going to be the face. Britt Baker said, even with Saraya being there, she had to win it on Full Circle.
But yeah, in terms of this match, yeah, I do agree there were a lot of close calls. These are both very talented wrestlers, and this match was way better in my opinion. I know I'm gonna get some flack for saying this, but this is way better than the other women's match with DMD. This was a much better match. It was better planned out. I don't have too much memories about this match, but everybody was rooting for Jamie Hayter, and it's good that she won this match. And I do like the conspiracy that her and DMD, they may not get along. They might feel kind of like what the hell's going on, because now Jamie's the champion and Britt Baker's not. So yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of disagreements going on. So that would be very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, the recent match, this Dynamite that was announced last minute, which I missed the episode. It was like a triple tag type match. It was Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker going up against Sky Blue and Willow Nightingale, going up against, I forget was it Anna Jay and Ty Conti or Ty Mello, whatever the fuck. I think it was them. And they won. And Baker and Hayter won. So yeah, now they're acting like you said, they're acting nice, they're acting happy. It's kind of like, as long as one of us gets the title, we're happy. But the sooner or later, Britt Baker's not gonna like the fact that it ain't her. And we're gonna get there. And you never know. Saraya might be the one to come in and what do you call it, stir the pot and throw a promo like, hey, how's it feel that Jamie's the champion, you're not? You know what I mean? She might stir the pot there, so we'll see how that goes. So let me
fire. I'm willing to bet Saraya is going to be the one to say it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. Oh yeah, so all four of us went for Jamie. Woo! It was kind of surprising because they really could have just gone with Tony and just kept the thing going. You know what I mean? But yeah, we all went for Jamie. We all had faith. We were all haters, I guess. Couple of haters, and she won. So, anyways, let me see here. Okay, so next match we had is everyone's favorite, the Acclaimed. Max Caster and Anthony Bowens going up against Swerve in Our Glory, which is Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee. Tag match for the AEW World Tag Team Champions, and also kind of a rubber match for them because they've already been kind of, going into it for a couple of times. Wendy, if you could tell us the disappointment as you were trying to show the Acclaim to your cousins and your friends and everything.
Yeah, so as mentioned, my friend hasn't watched any type of wrestling in a long time, and most of her exposure has been like with WWF and WWE. And she, like I said, she used to watch it like back in the day. We had like D-Generation X and all that. Billy Gunn's a part of that. And I was like, oh, wait till you see this. We're not telling you anything. My cousin and I were like, we're not going to say a thing. We just want you to see it. We're going to show you the Acclaim. And I was so bothered the fact that Billy Gunn wasn't there. I'm like, seriously. Oh, God, that threw me. That was my WTF moment. The Acclaim won their match, but Billy Gunn wasn't there to celebrate with him and just scissor everybody that he sees on the way down. You know what I mean? He should have ran right back out and just start scissoring, so I can get a genuine reaction out of her, which is the main reason I called her over like last minute. Hey, you want to watch wrestling with me and my cousin? I was like, do you want to come over and just, we haven't seen you hang out in a while. You want to come over and watch some wrestling with me and my cousin?
You actually turned the camera like on her so I could see her reaction where we started with the whole "scissor me, yes," and all that, just to see what you would say or look at you like, what the fuck? But yeah, it never happened.
Something, but it didn't. And I don't know why he didn't have him come out and do something besides come out, do that little crap he did and had to like take him out of the arena. I was not happy with that at all. And like I said, the claim was like stupidly over and ridiculous, but I wanted that because it's so stupid. So I haven't seen Billy Gunn in forever. Oh, what are you doing to me, AEW? I wanted that stupidity for once in my life. So actually what I did was I just showed her a music video instead, and she was still like, what's this world coming to? That was her reaction.
Jupi almost turned into Tommy Wiseau. It was like, you're telling me about AEW.
Yes, it was. It tore me apart.
They did not censor. They did not censor. They did not.
You did not censor me, that. Yes, you did not. That's how I felt. Even trying to scrub. Why? That's what I say. Screw this. Screw that claim right now. I'm showing you this very goofy, silly, ridiculous music video that belongs to WWE. Here we go. Oops, I wasn't supposed to say that, right? That belongs in another promotion.
So anyways, it was a good match. Lots of flippy shit here and there. I'm going to need some details from you guys. I forgot most of it. The thing I remember the most was that near the end, of course, they went heavily into the whole Swerve wanting to cheat and Keith not doing that. They actually found, I don't know where, they pulled out fucking pliers. And they were literally gonna scissor them, like fuck up their fingers or some shit. That's when Daddy Ass came out to kind of save them and put the pliers away and the ref and whatever. But yeah, they were gonna literally scissor their fucking fingers off or whatever. And yeah, I think near the end, Swerve was just like, you know what, screw you, man, just screw you, and he just left. So it basically became a handicap match. So obviously, at that point, the Acclaim took care of Swerve on his own now, and bam, they won. They're still tag team champs. Like I said, like Wendy said, I was very surprised that, because he was there, Daddy Ass, whatever, showed up for a moment to save them from the pliers. So it would make sense he would show up at the end to celebrate with them and do all the, whatever, but that just didn't happen. So that was pretty weird. That I don't know. Weird.
Yeah, it was a pretty good match. Like you said, good bit of flippy shit. And by the way, I called it. I did call it. Something was going to happen in there that was going to make Keith Lee and Swerve part. I caused that. Because, like I said, as good as they are as a tag team, they are way better in singles action. And against each other, that would be a really good match. So, yeah, I had already called that one. But still, I agree with Wendy. Like, the whole time, I was waiting for Billy Gunn to come back out, and nothing happened. That part was a letdown. The match was good, but it was what let me down on the match. So, good job for the Acclaim. Boo on Gunn. That's all.
My cousin, he just came in here and I said we're talking about, and my man said we're talking about the Acclaim. You're like, oh, the disappointment because of the Billy Gunn thing. You're like, why didn't he show up? I hate you, AEW. Why? That was a good opportunity.
All we want is a grown ass man to get scissored on live TV. Like, is that too much to ask?
You get to see a grown ass man get scissored on television on a. You heard me laughing.
Like literally, that was about as disappointing as the barbed wire explosive death match. Like the last second
the
of
sparklers.
Just poof. That's all it was. It started with a bang, ended with a poof. That's
the part that got me the most was not so much the sparklers, but the part that fucking Eddie Kingston threw himself on Moxley all like that, like it was like he really stole, like you thought they were like in Vietnam or some shit with fucking grenades everywhere. You know what I mean? Like he really sold it despite it being sparklers. Yeah. Like, don't let the sparklers hurt my friend. You know.
Yeah, so this match was very good, and I actually like I'm actually looking forward what's going to happen with Swerve and Keith Lee, like because they're really not having it. They have a major issue with each other, so let's see how that goes. And they're Acclaimed. I don't really remember too much about this match, but they're Acclaimed. They're very good. They're very talented. I mean, yeah, they are very cheesy with their gimmicks, with their rap and the scissoring and all that stuff. But other than that, I mean, they're still very good wrestlers, And they're a good tag team as well. So I like that about them. So yeah, good points for the Acclaim. And that's all I'm going to say.
I remember that this time they actually gave the Acclaim like 2 whole verses instead of just like the one rap verse. They gave them like a double verse and everything. And of course, it just had to say like, "Yeah, y'all going down like Twitter" and all that kind of crap. And
oh yeah, it's so cheesy, so lame. And I like cheese and lameness, but I just figured that every scissoring is like what
American pastime. It's American pastime.
Yes, scissoring is an American pastime. Everyone should scissor at least twice a day to keep the doctor away. Don't question me. I'm just saying whatever comes to my head right now.
It's fun for the whole family.
Especially in Alabama. Especially in Alabama, guys.
I'm done. We're done. We all got points for this one, didn't we?
Yeah, we all got points.
I said they're stupidly over.
Yeah. So finally, we got the big match here. We got Jon Moxley with William Regal by his side going up against MJF, who was the winner of the Casino Ladder Battle Royale with the poker chip and all that stuff. So they're going to fight for the AEW World Championship title. And what can I say? It was a hell of a match. As you can expect, very bloody, lots of, blood here and there. Moxley sure likes to bite people a lot. I mean, he must have some kind of iron deficiency, so he bites other people to get the iron that way. I don't know. But, the intensity of the whole match was, and it was like such a weird thing near the end, was that I believe MJF was tempted to use his famous diamond ring to clock out Moxley. And then Regal comes in because the whole point is, of course, to fight fair and all that stuff. They've been trying to say he's going to fight fair. So Regal comes in and tells them to, yes, I see your scarf there. He comes in to tell them to to not use the ring, not cheat, blah, 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 blah. But then he gives them fucking brass knuckles. And with the ref distracted and XYZ, because of course he's always distracted, MJF gets to clock Moxley with the knuckles and he wins, and now he is the official AEW world champ. Like, holy crap. But of course the big question, like, what's going to happen now with Regal and Moxley and all that stuff. So just to follow up just real quick on Dynamite, I saw it on YouTube because I missed the the live broadcast or whatever. Moxley was pissed. Moxley was pissed and raging. He just destroyed Regal, despite the fact that Regal, older gent and all that. And Daniel
Yes,
Bryan, where fuck American Dragon came in to hold him back and please as a favor for me, don't, whatever. So Moxley said, okay, I want you to run away. Just run away far as you can and never come back. And Moxley really played it like he was really trying to just control himself to just not like beat the living shit out of Regal. Regal left. We'll see how that goes later on. But god damn, you know what I mean? I like that whole scene. It was very well acted because acting whatever. It was really good acting. Like Moxley really looked like he wanted, like he was just you know what I mean? And it was kind of like, dude, no, he's old, he's got a family, he's got like a, neck, whatever, and you can see the the emotions, the mixture between, well, I don't want to hurt an old guy, but at the same time, I just can't let this go. You know what I mean? It was like a lot of stuff. It was pretty cool. And I like that whole scene. It was intense. I really wish I was like sick that day a little bit. I really wish I saw at least that scene because that was like the only scene worth watching of the whole. I could have just went to bed afterwards or whatever. But yeah.
What's ironic about that? That was kind of right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, I had a bit of a stomach ache. I wasn't really in the mood to watch TV, but had I known, I would have just toughed out to see that. Okay, now I'm fine. Now just take some pills, go to bed, whatever. You can all tell me later about whatever else. But damn, that segment. Thank God. I like how AEW does cut up those little segments and shows on their channel. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. It was pretty cool. The match on with MJF and Moxley, they had some pretty good shots, some good moves there, like some spots there. And I think pretty much anything off the apron, like I said, that always gets me. I don't care who does it, but the moves off the apron are pretty cool. I think MJF, he really sold the like the hits he was getting and all that other stuff. I'm slightly biased with the Moxley thing because I'm just sick of seeing him, but but like I said, I really like MJF for this match. He really, really everything he did, I felt convinced by it. Moxley just seemed like I'm here, I'm the face, I'm the face of this company, and I'm here. That's just how I felt about him. But I really did enjoy the match. It was pretty good.
What do you like about MJF?
And then Regal, huh?
Oh, what do you like about MJF though? I think he did some of this during this match too. Is that he does the thing where his knees get fucked up during the match, and yet he's still willing to do like backbreakers or slam people on the apron, but he still sells it though. His knees are fucked up, but he's willing to fuck you up. But then he's like, and he falls over and crap. But at the same time, the damage has been done to the opponent. You know what I mean? Like that's something you got to give credit for, despite him being, the douche, the heel, whatever,
That, yeah, and that's what I mean, is stuff like that. That's what I would really enjoy about, seeing and dealing with MJF. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Nice match, nice turnout. And I like the fact that now he's kind of like a gray area because people were kind of like, booing Moxley. I mean, not really booing him, but you knew that people seemed to be really going for MJF. But MJF is supposed to be the heel, and Moxley is kind of supposed to be the face. But isn't it kind of gray area-ish now with those two?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it was a pretty good match. I definitely agree with you on that. Like, especially how like MJF will have an injured limb, but he'll still use that injured limb to do a move, even though it's gonna hurt him. He sells it really well. Like, I don't know what happened in the time he's been away, but his wrestling has improved dramatically in comparison to where he was before. And, the whole thing of, the double cross from William Regal, I have a feeling that what's going to happen here is William Regal's going to go active. He's going to go back as a wrestler, and there's going to be a tag between Regal and MJF. What's going to happen down the road. But, like, for him to have turned as quickly and as violently as he did, even for Regal, that seems a little, out of place. I thought it was going to be something to where, MJF won fair and square. They go to shake hands, and then William Regal smacks him for shaking his hand or something silly like that. But for him to have actually gave MJF the brass knucks, yeah, that was there's some questions that need.
I also like it's like the swerve, you know, it's kind of like don't wait, don't hit him with the diamond ring. Use these, you know, what the hell?
Yeah. You know, so like otherwise overall, it was a good heavy-handed match. They both did incredibly well. It was a good match. I mean, definitely, you know, not you know, wasn't the match of the night, but it was still pretty close. It was a good match.
Yeah, I actually like the match, and I like the fact that MJF won this match because, you know, they're hyping it up so much. You know, MJF and all this stuff, you know, it was good that he won the match, even if he had to cheat a little bit to win, but, you know, you got to cheat sometimes. And, yeah, in terms of Jon Moxley, I mean, I don't know. It's just, he's a good wrestler, but when he does have stage presence, he fights, you know, very well and all that kind of stuff. So there's more character with him compared to Jon Moxley, in my opinion. Yeah, Jon Moxley is like the typical employee that just goes to his work, punch in, does his job, punch out, and that's it. He just does his job.
Yeah, that is a very good description. You described it better than I could, because that's exactly how I feel about Moxley, when I feel as well as he should, you know? He kind of, he seems to no-sell a little bit. Be there because it's like, hey, I can do no wrong. I'm on vacation. Y'all shouldn't have did what you did earlier. I'm about to get myself a muffin, you know? So, but, something else I did like later on, I like MJF at the scrum, how he just popped up and said what he said, how he had to go take a shower to get rid himself of hepatitis A through Z, or whatever it was. And then, you know, and go take a shower and all that other stuff he said that just came out of nowhere. And I'm just, yeah.
And again, Tony Khan sitting right next to him like, oh my God, why did I give him a microphone? First CM Punk, now this. Oh God.
Yeah.
But I like how like he acted like in character. He was an asshole. He berated everyone. He insulted everyone. He said fuck you. He even said fuck you to Tony Khan, but he still made the title look important. He still promoted the product. He still said, you know, watch Dynamite. He's like, yeah, I know all you nerds think. Like, what about Rizzo? Oh no, am I working? Well, you know what? Fucking watch AEW Dynamite and find out then or whatever. And he left. And it's like clever advertisement while still staying in character, you know? Yeah. And without getting suspended.
Yeah, he's keeping that kayfabe alive, you know, and kayfabe has been dead for like 30 years now. Or
honestly, MJF is a character that is in the wrong timeline. If you were to pull MJF out and put him somewhere in that wrestling company we shall not be named back in 1985 or 86, oh, he'd be a smash. Like, he would be a complete smash. But here he is doing it here, and it's still tried and true. It still works. He's like, you know, if he wasn't wrestling, he'd probably be one of the best damn like manager characters that anybody in AEW. Mm-hmm. I mean, just because of his mic and the way he acts as a character alone. So when you got the character, you got the charisma, and you're a good wrestler, that's a damn good combination, whether you're a face or a heel. So see him back. I'm glad he won the match.
I need an official MJF scarf. That's what I need. I need an official one.
Well, you know that this match was very, very and like the reverse WWE when you see some of the results, because like if it was WWE, Britt Baker would have embarrassed Saraya in front of her family in her comeback match. The Elite would have defeated the Death Triangle. Tony would have retained, everyone would have groaned, and Moxley would have retained and everyone would have groaned, because I mean those were the times. If there was any time to pull a trigger on both MJF and Jamie Hayter, now would have been the time. And if it was the other company, they probably would have like nope and just kept Moxley and Tony champs and keep going and kill the momentum and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's
But,
about right. That sounds about right.
Yeah. The only thing I give them is just Jade. But I don't know, because the thing is, that's another thing too. Usually when one person comes in all decked out in some kind of cosplay or something, they're usually going to win. Like, I think if Jade, like looking back, like when I first saw her Chitara, I was like, yeah, awesome. Then I was like, oh, fuck, she's going to win, isn't she? Because I don't see her like getting all blitzed up and going all out to lose. You know what I mean? So maybe that would have been a sign right off the bat that, oh, she's going to get her title back and now we're going to have little Bow Wow or whatever. I don't know. But that's just such a weird angle to go with. But, you know. But that's another thing. Jade is so tall that next to her, he is little Bow Wow. You know what I mean?
Hey, little Bow Wow. But she's
Mhm.
like 5'10", I think.
Yeah. So anyways, guys, I think that wraps up this episode here. I guess next week we're going to be doing the predictions for Ring of Honor. It's still too soon to see what's going on. Since Jericho is still El Ocho, it'll be cool to see him defend his title against who knows who. Like, they announced some guy, I forgot who it was, but Orange Cassidy announced some guy, but instead of making it for Ring of Honor, it was like next episode of Dynamite. Okay. But let's see who he changes on Ring of Honor Last Battle. That'll be kind of cool. We do know we got a feud going on now with Mercedes Martinez came back and she's getting up in Athena's space. And so that's a big thing coming up there. And kind of interesting though, because Athena was building up as a heel. We kind of figured she was going to come in and chase after Jade possibly, because again, the question is, who the fuck's going to take down Jade, you know? But instead of going after Jade, now she's going to be going after Martinez. So that's a match right there. So yeah, so we got guaranteed matches. I mean, they got to defend the Ring of Honor Pure title. They got to defend Samoa Joe, the Ring of Honor TV title. The FTR still the Ring of Honor champs, I believe, you know. And Jericho's got to protect his title. So we got a couple of matches there. We'll see how that goes, right? But yeah, so it's gonna be next weekend. Luckily, those pay-per-views only cost like about 30 or so bucks. They're not full price because, again, like, dude, we just paid for Full Gear. You know what I mean? You give our wallets a break, guys. We also had Thanksgiving. We also had, like, Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Like give our wallets a break, y'all. You know what I mean? But, yeah. So any final things, amigos, while we sign off for today?
Yeah, who won the tally of the points?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Let's see what's going on here.
We got a crown.
Getting very close. Let me see.
Panda's probably the winner.
I got 5 points. Johnny got 6 points. Hold on, because these numbers really blur together. Yeah, Panda got 7 points. And Jupi got 6 points. So real close. I was the least one. Johnny and Jupi were tied, and Panda wins with 7 points. So I don't know. I'll join the little Bow Wow. We'll both try to take out Jay. She'll probably destroy both of us. I don't know.
Yeah,
that'll be my
thunder thighs or
I'll probably get jaded with that. So who knows? You know what I mean?
I want to hear the Aerosmith song "Jaded" now.
No, man. So anyways, guys, it's Mark Rodriguez here signing off with a delicious cup of hot cocoa. And
Ninja Panda 1980 signing out.
This is Jupi Chan or Ninja Jupi. I'm out with my impromptu MJF scarf here. Bye, guys.
And this is Johnny Rodriguez.
there we go. We do apologize in advance for all the skipping around. The internet was real bad today, but I mean, we'll see how it looks in the final version. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So anyways, guys, see y'all later.